Next up, we have a chief of IAF Brands who's going to speak on the basics of marketing and leveraging digital marketing. Please can we put our hands together for Mr. Get Things Done, Bulelani Balabala.
How are you guys doing? So we're obviously supposed to have Lebu, who's not here, stuck somewhere. And I obviously never speak at tea, but I thought it's important that I speak here, so that you actually, I think as you leave here as an entrepreneur, you get the full benefit of why you came, right? So about 16 or 17 years ago, I started a company called Intercessor Army Franchising. Started this company, I was praying at the time. That's how the name came to me, right? Because intercessor means to stand in the gap. But the more and more I spoke to marketers and different guys in the sales fraternity, so like Army, like you sell guns. So like Army, like you sell bullets, you sell, ammunition and all this stuff. Then I realized, let's put a story behind this, right? So we then said, intercessor means to stand in the gap. The Army will then assimilate discipline, delivery, being able to keep your word. And the franchising will then speak to, we're not just going to be Township, but in our delivery and approach, our delivery will be world-class, so that in whatsoever we do, we ensure that anyone who's seeing the product from Cape Town or Durban or New Zealand or Paris or whatever the case is, will sort of want to align themselves with that particular product and brand. So that then became the focus. I'm operating from my mother's garage. I'm internet cafe. Back then, I'm using a Pentium 1. A Pentium 1 computer that I got from a friend. That I got from my brother who's here actually today. Marcus then gave me a Pentium 4 computer. My brother also gave me a Lexmark printer. My back opposite neighbor gave me their wardrobe doors that I used as tabletops for this internet cafe. You must then remember that time in Tembisa, there was no internet exchange, right? ADSL exchange. So which then meant that the people were coming to an internet cafe that had no internet and there was nothing cafe about it. But you see, that's the thing about being an entrepreneur. You need to be able to turn, a sour situation, into a juicy one. Turn lemons into lemonade. And that is why, and I think that's one of the main reasons why I want to link this story to our conversation today. Because marketing your business is one of the most pivotal things, or rather the most important things for any small business. Most of the time we sort of think that this is something that needs to be done by a big business only because they've got big budgets and the sort, and me spending my money on marketing is a waste of money. But the biggest challenge in you not being able to get the returns on the money that you would have spent is you have not unpacked why you are marketing the way you are marketing to. Do you actually even need to speak to the people that you're speaking to about your business? Are they relevant for your business? And then when you sort of then track back at who you're speaking to about your business, have you also then unpacked that the same pitch that you use for every single individual is not the right pitch? Because how I engage the CEO of organization X, Y, and Z is different to how I engage the CMO. How I engage the CMO is different to how I engage, the head of project development. How I engage the product development head is different from how I engage the guys at corporate affairs. And sometimes when we are selling our business, and I hear a lot of entrepreneurs, I started my business, we sell Archer, I've created employment, I've been able to change my community. That doesn't sell. That's a sympathy sale. And the challenge about a sympathy sale is that you're always going to be out-marketed by the person who's going to be able to go out into the market and talk about their features and benefits. So when you're engaging a client, you need to be able to tell them, how does this benefit them? What are the features? The features then speaks to the operational. How does it work? How does it benefit them? And when I do business with you, how does it benefit me? So here I am, Tembisa. I don't even know how to type these CVs. I've got a Lexmark printer, a 3-in-1. I'll mention them because they're no longer in business, right? I've got a Lexmark printer, a 3-in-1. I didn't even know how to operate it, but the challenge with that printer is, mang printer, it was printing half the page. So I thought the issue was the machine. So you can imagine someone is coming in to type a CV, and fair to know. So inkinga aksi yimi ilo machine. But also, No one likes to read long stuff, so how's about we shorten your CV and make it half a page? Because that's what you do. That's what you do. You work on situations. And then after 7 years of being in business, right, and I mean, I'm making anything between 180 to about 380 Rand. At the time, my highest grade is grade 9. My hustler of a mother then decided to take me to an EWC to further my training after grade 9. The money runs out after doing my N3. While doing the N3, I don't finish the N3. I sit for about 2 years. That's when the entrepreneurial journey starts in 2006. Then fast forward later in 2006, all the way down to 7 years in, at the point of giving up, I then start to realize, but people are not coming here to type out CVs. People are not coming to this business to type out CVs. People are coming here for an opportunity. Because I looked at the LSM, I looked at the market of the individuals that were coming to type out CVs at my internet cafe. Then I realized, good, no, but the LSM or these individuals are applying for shop right checkers jobs, but that's what the majority, not all, understand me. Majority of them were applying for shop right jobs, majority of them were applying for low-end, entry-level jobs, security jobs. So I was sort of scheming at the CVs. Then one thing hit me. You know, I had about 7,000 or 8,000 CVs, and majority of them were individuals that were applying in almost the same industries, but all these CVs looked alike. I am Marcia. I am 35. I am Tandi. I am 35. I live in community X, Y, and Z. I live in the other side of Tembisa. We are applying for the Transnet opportunity that opened up. They're looking for 1,000 people. They probably have 100,000 CVs sitting there. There is no way the HR is going to go through all of those CVs. So then I then decided that, no, these people are not coming in to type in CVs, but what these people are coming in for, they're coming in to get an opportunity from me. I need to help them get an opportunity to get eyes on their paper to differentiate them. So we then do two things. I was alone doing this work, right? I then came up with the CV template and a format that would make typing out CVs quicker. Efficiency, number one, and delivery. Number two, we then added our own standardized design template on the CV that differentiated the people. So now you're typing these things out. Now I've got people coming as far as, Hammanskraal. The furthest I've had is Rustenburg, all the way from Soweto and Orange Farm coming out to Tembisa, saying, listen, we heard that you are the guy that is able to help people get jobs. Differentiation in the market. All we did was change the template so that it's different from all the blank pages with black text and no color. It's just being able to play with the typography and the look and feel. And then also being able to understand what the clients are actually coming to you looking for. And the biggest mistake when we're then marketing our product is, I've got Archer, I've got the best Archer. I'm not trying to buy your Archer. I love what Bongani spoke about. Tell me your story. So here I am sitting with the head of marketing for one company. No, we do printing, we do the whatever, and I've got all these printing machines now, right? That we over the years we've run this big operation. No, we do this printing, we do whatever. It says, dude, listen, we've been working with Carl for the past 30 years. It's not going to change. I want to tell you directly, it's not going to change. We're going to keep working with Carl. But let me tell you something. Maybe tell me your story. Because you're here telling us that you are the best. I don't think you are the best. I'm going to call you out on your BS, but tell us your story. The moment I started to unpack and engage him on our story, where we're coming from, and being able to link that story to the product and brand, that was the first point of differentiation. Because when you sell the product, which is when you are marketing the product to someone, whether you're in the train, whether you're in the streets, whether you're in the corners, you need to be able to then decide with the person that you're selling to. Because the same boy who's selling magazines on the side of the road to raise money for school could use different tactics. So I see this business lady walking out of a bus or walking out of a train. She's walking out of the how train. She's walking. She's looking good. And I'm this young boy. I'm selling these magazines, these business leadership magazines. I could decide on a sale, right? Which is an inspirational sale. Hi, ma'am. You're looking so good. In the next 5 years, I want to look like you. I want to be nicely dressed. I want to be well presented. You look like you own your own company or the CEO. She's probably going to crack a joke. Do you want to buy this magazine? Oh, I see the exact same lady walking down the street, and I decide, ma'am, how are you? When I was young, I always wanted to go to school, but unfortunately, my parents or my loved ones couldn't afford that, which is why I'm on the side of the street selling these magazines. Would you interest yourself in investing in my entrepreneurial journey or my business journey or my educational journey? It's a sympathy sale. But if you keep to the same script over and over again, if you keep repeating the same thing over and over again, the chances of gaining success are zero. So you need to be able to, even when you're marketing your business, you need to be able to cross-link. So I understood a couple of years ago that whenever you meet new people, and the biggest mistake that we make as small businesses is that we think that because we're in business, people must do business with us. We don't have to do business with you. Nedbank doesn't have to do business with me. They don't have to do business with anyone, but they only have to do business with anyone that they see mutual value. That's the biggest thing. Get mutual value. When you're marketing, where the antithesis of how you market is going to all be circled around, is there going to be benefits for the other person on the other end? So I'm here selling to this beverage company. I'm trying to sell to this beverage company, but it hits me. No, I need to cross-market at this particular point because they're not going to hear me. So what I then do is that they're then asking me questions, and I'm hearing this lady. She's asking me questions, so who have you done work with? How long have you done this work? But I'm hearing her beyond what she's asking me. Because what she's asking me is, are you credible? Are you going to be able to deliver? But how I'm going to ask you those questions in an unoffensive way is by me asking you who you've done business for and what you delivered for them, and to measure out, are those people on the same level as us? I'm a hustler from a lokshi in Tembisa. I was to when you're out choosing the event space, not lalela Joe. You have got a gig, you do all these big gigs with all these big brands. The moment you do work for a brand that's in the FMCG space, I'd like to be there and I'd like to donate my services. There I was donating my services, but let me tell you what I walked away with at the end of the day. I walked away with the right to say that I serviced brand X, Y, and Z. That's cross-marketing. And then you know what I did? I added that on my company profile. And then you know what I did after that? I went back to the other brand and I told them, listen, I've done work for Nedbank doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6. They are on the same level as you, and we did 1, 2, 3. And do you think that we can do business together? No one is going to stop, and this is the part where I sort of interjected myself, and I was talking about one of the biggest mistakes we make is thinking that people need to do business without unpacking what the value proposition is what the value proposition is for the other person, or the mutual benefit is for the other person. And you use this smartly to determine how you market to the people you market for, right? But the big mistake is we keep running into amazing people or people that inspire us. I'll probably run to Brajabu and say, oh wow, Brajabu, you're a legend in the hair care space. Oh, Brabongani, you're amazing. The work that you're doing with Bravado is amazing. Can I work with you? Can I do whatever? Can you? That's nonsense, because you're giving him work. You're doing it wrong. He's not going to stop his ship and bring you onto his train because you're adding no value to him. So what I used to do with some of the people I started with, some of the people that later on, after 5, 6 years, became my clients, is I started poaching them. I check out what's okay, Bavala Majid. Okay, cool. He's going to be at Tembisa. Now I'm going to go to this event in Tembisa. But it needs me to pay a ticket. I'll stand by the door. And then you know what I'll do? Every time, whenever there's a chance where he walks in or he walks out, I'll call his name out. He'll see me. I'll wave. He'll look away and he'll leave. But you know what I'll do? I'm planting a seed about who I am. The moment he's somewhere else by his office, I'll go there and I'll camp by his office. Because I'm planting and I'm marketing who I am. The biggest challenge is if you're going to be out there putting out your business and marketing, quick results are not going to take you anywhere, which is why you're going to be quickly frustrated. It's a long game. But the more and more I did that, and the more and more I got people saying, but haven't I seen you before? Aren't you the same guy who's always wear whatever? Maybe tell me more about yourself. And then I started to understand that the moment I've caught the attention of someone I deem very powerful, someone I deem very significant, the biggest mistake that you'll ever make is asking them for something. Never go in and ask them for something. So when you talk to the client, never talk about your product. They don't care. There's always another product better than you. There's always another product cheaper than you. There's always another product that looks better than you. But the moment you are able to line the product up around how it benefits that other individual, then you would have presented your product in the right way. So with some of them, I used to tell them, you know what, I love the work that you do. I'm willing to come in and serve for free. I'm willing to even come in and carry your laptops or carry your bags. There I am at the time, in the 9th year, I'm leaving my company, which is a printing company. At the time, we're doing about 2 million rand turnover. That sounds like a big number, but minus 587,000 in losses. So we are making no money. We've got a big number. And one of the biggest things we need to get out of our heads as entrepreneurs, is that, your annual returns or your annual number is vanity. It means nothing but just a beautiful number on a spreadsheet. The biggest thing that you then need to focus on, which is what I love what Tapelo spoke about, is how do you optimize your overheads? How do you optimize your costs and driving profitability in how you push your product out in the market? So there I am leaving this business. And I'm going out to offer my time for free to carry people's laptops, to carry people's bags, to hunt out at people's offices, because I understand that intrinsically what I'm trying to get is I'm trying to get an audience. I'm not trying to get a customer. I'm trying to build relationships. I'm trying to build relationships with the type of individuals who, when they are poached by my competitors, will actually give me a call and say, listen, someone else came in here that has got the same pricing as you, that is actually has cheaper pricing than you, but the product is way better than yours. Do you mind increasing the quality of your product because we still want to stick with you? And those are the type of people that you want at the end of the day. No one else but those type of individuals. But Jabona, as an entrepreneur, if you're going to be in this place today and think that the people that are speaking here today are the people that you need to market to, then realign that mindset, because the people that you then need to market your product to are the people who are in this room. Drive your marketing at this particular level from a collaborative perspective. But also collaboration, I use the word collaboration with a hint of caution, purely because we don't understand what it is. And it's simple. Where someone says, let's partner, or let's work together, but there's no mutual benefit, or there's no mutual value, then there's no need to do anything there. There must be mutual value, and there must be mutual benefit. And when you get the opportunity to actually deliver. Because you know why delivery is important. Because there'll always be someone who is in a large organization who's going to champion for you. When you deliver on that service, you are not just delivering a pack of tissues. You worked very hard and you marketed your business and you delivered this pack of tissues. They finally gave you the PO. They said it's 100 rolls of toilet paper. The moment you don't deliver, it's not just going to be you who didn't deliver. It's going to be her or him that brought this company that didn't deliver. So if he or she was lined up for a promotion, you have compromised them. That is why delivery then becomes very important. And that's why these conversations and these engagements are very important. So that we don't just think of, it's just my business in my own corner and I'm marketing it for myself. Because when a business becomes successful in Katlehong and is able to draw out customers from other provinces, from other organizations, and from other areas to come in, those customers then become spillover for other organizations or businesses that are in the area. But it's important that those businesses play their part and also then deliver. But if you're going to market your business in 2022, you need to be able to open yourself up to the digital market. Are you taking advantage of Facebook? Are you taking advantage of Twitter? Are you taking advantage of Instagram? Have you also then sat back and then decided, for the type of business that I'm in, is it feasible or is it smart for me to actually use Facebook for Instagram? To use Facebook for social media for my business? Because you then need to then go back and do that homework. Because it's not every social media platform that is suitable for the type of business that you're in. And being able to do the bit of homework in aligning and unpacking what social media platforms you need to utilize to market your business will help your business growth. Because then when we marketed tea years ago, so we were very aggressive. We didn't have money. We had no budgets. But I told the team, so what we'll do is we'll go onto an Instagram. And when we go onto an Instagram, we'll do something free. We'll zone out all the businesses that are within the area, because Instagram allows you to do that. I can zone out everyone who's within that particular area who's a business owner. And then you know what we did? We spent the next 3 or 4 days inboxing all those businesses. Then we had a target 400 businesses. Then on top of that, we then decided digital is good, but let's support digital by let's support digital by doing some on-the-day physical stuff. So then we then decided, Jazin, maybe I'll get 10 no's, but I'll have a target where I go out and I market to at least 20 businesses a day. So that these individuals will do 2 things. When you market your product, you want 2 types of customers. You want the conversation to go 2 ways. The one is you want the individual to say, you have marketed your product well, I love your product, I don't have the money to buy it, but I'm going to talk about your product. Or number 2, you want to be able to market your product in such a way that you have the individual saying, I love your product, I have the money, and I'll buy it. So there I am as this kid from Itembis. I'm sitting thinking, I don't have these budgets, but I want to get into agency, do work for branding work for agency. How do I get this work? And I don't know how to do this thing. Then I decide, and I think it was about years ago. Then I print these businesses for IAF brands, right? But these businesses on the front, it looks like a bank card. right, before they became very popular now, but it looks like a bank card. It's got the bank chip, and it's got 4 packets of numbers in front. The first 4 packet of digits refers to the amount of seconds we've been in business. The second pack refers to the amount of minutes we've been in business. The third pack refers to the amount of hours we've been in business. The last pack refers to the amount of days we've been in business. Then now I'm handing this card around. I'm not selling printing, I'm not selling branding, but I'm selling the story and the effect and the feeling of what we're giving to these individuals. Then I get a call, from Joe Public, Pepe Mare. He's giving me a call. He says, listen, I was sitting with my financial advisor. He gave me your bank card. He tells me you're in the township. I think this is creative. This is 8 years ago. This is pretty cool. Can you come and see me? We've had a relationship with them for over 8 years or so. So for me, that is why whatever you do, you must do it very cognizant. You must do it very smart. It's not about how much money you spend on that business card. It's not about how much money you spend on the website. It's not about whether or not you thought exhibiting a T was important. It's about when you are here, how are you going to use this to your benefit in positioning yourself? Yabona mina jo ngabe ngiyibe ngizothi lalela jo yazi ngizothunani because there will be Jabu Stone here, because there will be Bongani, because there will be Lebu, because there will be Netbank, because there will be whatever. Can I print soap that's going to be the same color as Netbank and put the Netbank logo, and I'll bring you paper bags with the Netbank logo? It might not be correct because they had not gone through their branding and strategy, but I'll download a Google ne bese ngiprintele lama paper bag, maybe ngangitshela ukuthi lama gama wala abantu abazaya bobani bese ngigayo wena ubagayo bona mahalo. Because when umele umuntu ukuthi azogaya inyuku, akunomuntu ozogaya inyuku, kumele uyilanda inyuku. Khona abantu abanenyuku anyeke umuntu akavela akhipha imali akunikeze yona, but kumele uyilanda inyuku. But uma uyilanda inyuku kumele umbonise lo muntu ukuthi I genuinely care about you. Because most of the time we are so desperate for the money that you don't even show the care. But the moment you show the care, you show the thoughtfulness, you show the fact that you've done homework. No man, lalela man, I've seen good here tea. There's about 300 people that are coming to tea. Lalela man, can I donate that I'm gonna come here and cut hair for 6 people? At that point you've touched us. Then we say, Yazin, fuck, we'll talk to the partners. Maybe we'll put the actual hair cutting station on the stage. There's things that you can do. Every part of marketing is going to cost you something. It's not always money. It's going to cost you being smart. It's going to cost you leveraging on the opportunity. And that's the last part, and I'm off here. Leverage with what you have. It's not enough to just say nah. But going the extra mile and putting someone's name there, putting someone's logo there, saying to someone, listen, I've been watching you for years. You're going in and out of your car. You're going in and out of your car. And every time you're going in and out of your car, you are the one who's driving yourself. And I see that you're a very busy guy. And I'm sure in the evenings you're very tired. You don't have time for family. Can I drive you? Because you know what happens? When you hang around the barber shop long enough, you'll end up getting a haircut. When you hang around the right spaces with the right people long enough, you might not even say anything. But the deals that are billions... No, you can clap. You can clap. You can clap. You can clap. Now I sound like Sbusiso Mlimi. You can clap. Now the deals that are billions that are spoken about at the table, and now the millions that are the crumbs that are falling off the table are falling on your lap because you were able to hang around the right spaces. It's not enough that you're just a small business. It's not enough that you just came in here to tea. It's how you position yourself, Joe. Because I wanna maslogo city tweetani. Angvele ngithi tweet antwana. Nithi Twitter ngoba khona umuntu social media wada maybe ukubhekile la wena lokuqhosha nge-social media mara lo muntu lo uzobangibhelela during the week angifubuza ukuthi Bulelani khona there's this person who's nagging me. Who's this person? Do you know them? Bese mina ngithi ha ujabu. Then that's an opportunity right there. But there must be a level of selflessness. There must be a level of open-mindedness. You don't need a big budget. You need to be able to be smart, and I'm wrapping it up. And then over and above that, it's not just the same sale or the same marketing story to every single person. Decide who you are going to engage and be very deliberate about how you're going to talk to them and how long you're going to talk to them for and how much you're going to then follow up. And then sometimes when you even follow up with these individuals, instead of them then thinking, oh, no, hello, Vusi, nyaz, go to test or support. No, ben check am go to njani, right? Nizobatu baba geko right, all right, baba. Nizobatu mtana kulimele, sega right? No, bengichecka lokho nje kuphela. Said no, yazini mntanami lalela ke. And that's what we used to do as a view. Ethembisa. No, yazini mntanami, okay, yazini lalela nginayo imali ngizoza kusasa ke. You show care. Be deliberate. Put your hand on the pulse of what's going on. Be plugged into your community. Be plugged into what small businesses need. Be plugged into what big brands need. Be plugged specifically to whoever you're going to talk to. Make sure that the pitch is bespoke. And then market with your story, market linking it to features and benefits, market and be practical, and then also then translate that onto your digital platforms, but where you would have done research about which digital platform you need to use for what brand. So when I do a talk, I never get off any stage without people saying this. I need everyone to get on their feet. I need you to say this after me, because everything you're going to hear now from this amazing man, for everything you've heard from Bongani means nothing. Everything we've done here with the amazing, amazing, amazing team at Nedbank means nothing if you don't go back and you practically apply it. So I need you to say this after me. Get things done! Nah, man, you guys are playing with me. I don't even think your neighbor can hear you. I don't even think the people around you can hear you. I need you guys to say this after me. Get things done! Nah, man, nah. No man say grooving business. Ayebo. Answala DJ. One last time. Get things done! Because at the end of the day, it only boils down to delivering, showing up, and part of showing up, linking it to marketing your business, showing up every single day, dark or blue, raining, sun or shine, because you are doing it for you and you are changing the trajectory for your own business. So you show up no matter what. Thank you so much. Back to Lily. Oh, one last time. One last get things done. Get things done!